This is The Dispatch. I am Frimmy, and once again, I am sat alongside club reporter Josh James, and we're here to give you a little insight to what happens behind the scenes at the club.
Yeah, and even when it's international break for the men, there's still lots going on, isn't there? We've got a lot to talk about this week, as usual. I spoke to William Saliba last week. Just before he went away with the France national team, because he signed his new contract, didn't he, this year? And we about that.
Like I said, it feels like he hasn't been there this long. It feels like it was just yesterday when he joined the club.
Nearly 6 years. 2019 he joined, so a lot has happened since then. So we caught up about what it's like now, how settled he is, and how much he's just loving life in London and at Arsenal. We're going to catch up on what happened on the pitch, obviously, because 2 draws at the weekend for the men. 2 big games, for the men and the women. So we'll speak to Emma, who was in last week, wasn't she, to talk about the women's team.
We had another club day, and I was with Nicole Holiday, and we sat down with Noni Madueke, and we basically just had a little chat about his life at Arsenal and also how his injury's been going. So,
cool. So a little exclusive there. And also, you were up north.
Yes, I was. I was up in Sunderland. Listen, I've got a drink for you, mate. I've discovered a
drink
new...
for me. I always want a drink. Yeah, that time you got me a drink.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a few years. No, this is a really nice drink. Yeah, you've probably had it before. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you gonna tell me what it is, or are you gonna save that till later?
I feel like I should leave it as an excuse. I'll save it for later.
Okay, another one to come up. And also, we're going to talk about what happens during international week when a lot of the players are away, but not everyone. I mean, it doesn't completely close down at Sobha, so we'll go behind the scenes there as well, won't we?
Love that. There's a lot to get through. So should we get into it?
Why not?
Let's do it. And we're going straight in with the exclusive. You know us, man. We don't like to let the people wait. So you did say that you had a little sit-down with Saliba.
That's right, William Saliba. Yeah, I chatted to him. It's a matchday programme interview, but we've got a little extract for you to listen to. But basically, I spoke to him because he's signed his contract this year. I wanted to know how settled he feels now compared to... Remember when he signed?
Yeah.
I mean, he's come a long way since then. He had all those loan spells, went back to France. Yeah. But once he broke into the team, do you remember that Crystal Palace game? Were you there for that?
Oh, yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, what a performance.
And hasn't looked back since. I mean, he's basically been in the team when he's been fit ever since then. Yeah. A few weeks after that, he scored that goal, didn't he?
Against Bournemouth. I can't forget that.
Off. But I asked him about, what those first few years were like, and was there a time when he thought maybe he wouldn't make it?
Yeah.
Can you believe he thought, maybe my Arsenal dream wouldn't have happened?
Oh, wow.
And so it's just funny how these things happen. Had he gone straight into the team, maybe he wouldn't be here now. Maybe it needed that period of time to go out and learn his trade elsewhere, that it's all paying off now. He's been in the Premier League team of the season every season since he's been here.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my guy.
and well, we can see the partnership he's got with Big Gabby as well. But it seems like whoever he plays with at the back, he's just growing in stature, isn't he, every game?
Brilliant. Let's have a little listen to
what he had to say.
Yeah, of course. I had some doubt because when you go on loan 2-3 times, you think maybe it's not here that I will play. But it's like this football. You have some doubt sometimes, but you have to make sure you forget your doubt and you move forward. And this is what I did. And I went on loan. I keep going to improve. When I came back here stronger. When I came back, I played almost every game. Yeah. So you have to adapt because you will have some moment where things won't go how you want. Of course, you have to be strong mentally to be prepared of anything. And it was a bit hard because I arrived from France. 6 months after I came back in France. Yeah. Then I changed one club. Then I came back here. Yeah.
Since you made your debut, basically that was it. You stayed in there. So tell us how did that change your life? The start of 22-23 season, wasn't it? Palace game, and then you scored against Bournemouth. All of a sudden, fans are singing your name. It felt great.
Yeah, of course, you appreciate this moment because the last years you went on loan, you had some down. Now you are playing well. You start for Arsenal and the team doing well as well. So everything is together.
When you look back to that time now, and the fans, the first time you heard your song as well at Bournemouth, like, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel great because it's the first time I had a song. So I feel great. It was a great time because it was my debut. We were winning games and I was good. So it was a good time.
And you have been solid in the team since you joined. Got a different goalkeeper since then. Lots of different players as well. I mean, Big Gabby obviously has been here, but it doesn't seem to matter who the defence are. It works.
I think it's the mentality change since I arrived, we were good defensively, but we improved every year. Every defenders who step up or who come to this club, of course, they are good, and it just click quickly because we are all good and we all understand each other. And of course, when we play with good players, it's easier. But yeah, we are lucky to have a good defender, a good midfield, and as well our forwards who help us to defend as well.
So it's great to catch up with Willow again. As I say, that'll be in the matchday programme coming up soon, so look out for that. But in the meantime, talking of Willow, he was involved obviously at the weekend in the big game, the 2-2 draw. You were involved as well. Probably would have liked to have been a bit more involved, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You had to sort of...
I had to kind of be incognito, I'm not going to lie. I was signing my Arsenal shirt under my very, very dark jacket because this time, once again, it happened at Newcastle and it happened at Sunderland as well. I was sat with the home supporters.
Oh, okay, so it's a completely different vibe.
When obviously the game started, the fans were just on top of them and they were absolutely loud. And
it's been a while since we've heard the opposition fans have anything to cheer.
Yeah.
Even conceded a goal for a while.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how the team reacted and how the supporters reacted.
Oh
as well,
man, they were going crazy around me, and it's also feels bad because all the supporters are up in the sky. You kind of feel alone.
You're isolated.
Yeah. Like I haven't had to feel it for a while because obviously we've been winning games and not been conceding, and then I remembered the feeling of, oh wow, yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
so because you're right in front of, between the, basically sit next to the goal, do you?
Yeah.
Right in front of
so I'm like, I was right to the goal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right to the goal.
So you were right by the goal where we scored both our goals, right?
Yeah, absolutely loved it. I especially loved Bakayo's celebration for the first one as he pointed it to the sky, fist pumped the supporters. He looked fired up when that went in. And then I was right behind Trossard. I was going, oh mate.
From Trossard here, look at that. Just waiting for the opening, he's gone for the strike, it's in. Leandro Trossard makes it 2-1 to the Arsenal.
You know what annoys me is that I feel like people can see how much I want to scream.
Yeah.
But because I'm with the home support, I have to really keep it in.
So inside, you're going mad.
Mate, I'm going crazy. But you have to keep it in because I was lucky at Newcastle because they only noticed I was an Arsenal supporter at the end, and that's when I got a little bit of grief. Whereas this time, I was making sure I was getting out of there.
That's good self-control. A goal like that goes in front of you for us to go 2-1 up in a game, that had so much emotion in it, so much like really battling for those points. You did well to control yourself.
To be honest, I'm quite used to it. So before, when I wasn't filming myself, I would film the goals so social goals go in. So obviously, you have to be quiet. Yeah. But it's different when you're on camera because you want to let the emotion out.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Whereas if you're behind it, you have to get this clip for socials and no one wants you shouting. I mean, they might, but they don't really want you screaming to them.
Over the top.
Yeah, over the top. They want to hear the supporters. They want to hear what the scorer maybe said while he's running past celebrating.
But you're only human. I mean, it's happens to us as well, so sit in the press box for games. What was the day like generally? The travel is a long way to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the way back was probably worse than the way there because we went a day before, got to rest, and then went to the game. And then I think we left 8:30. And I didn't get to my house.
So you're not travelling with the team, just to make it clear. You go with the media team.
Yeah, we came back on the Sprinter.
First visit to Stadium of Light?
Yes, first time I've ever been there. Oh, the drink.
The drink, yeah, go on.
I need to tell you about this drink.
It's this drink that you can only get up north, is it?
You could probably get it down here, but it's the first time I've had it. And apparently it's an up north drink. Is it Bovril?
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 Absolutely. That's an absolute staple of going to football. Mate, all over the country.
Elite.
Yeah, you like it?
Mate, it's just like drinking gravy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, what's not to like?
I'm surprised they didn't give me a potato with it.
You know what? You can get Bovril at Emirates Stadium.
Can you?
Yeah. I've seen it at Emirates Stadium. You can
Where?
You can get it in the press box, which is where you are, in the press lounge.
Can you?
You have to request it.
I've only seen hot chocolate.
No, you can definitely get Bovril.
Is it?
Yeah. You need to maybe get yourself on the list of people who are.
I didn't know that they did that. Did they have different flavours? Is there different flavours of Bovril?
No, there's beef flavour, and that's it. And there's no diet Bovril, it's just Bovril.
I've given you an idea, Bovril. We need chicken flavour, vegetable flavour for the, vegetarians.
Yeah, it's not aimed at vegetarians, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
It's called beefy drink. It's been around for years. I'm glad you're finally
on the
elite.
That was great. Actually, it might be my new drink because I don't really drink tea like that.
No, but you need a hot drink. This it gets to this time of year, you need a hot drink at the football.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad you discovered it.
Yeah, man. Absolutely elite drink.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I love
that's your highlight. We can tell we haven't won because we're talking about the drinks.
I can hear
Hopefully
it.
next time you go, we'll have a nice victory to talk about. But yeah, it's good to hear about your trip to Sunderland.
Nice one, man. We have our good friend once again, Gianluca, here to let us know what is going on this week on the social side. Jan, how you been, man? You good?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, we and Jan were actually on the coach back from Sunderland.
Yeah, you shared a Bovril, did you?
No Bovril sharing.
Do you like Bovril? Are you into it?
I've had it before. I don't say it's my cup of tea, really. I don't think so.
We're not friends. Well, what's going on here, bro?
yeah,
What's
well,
going on?
I'm your good friend, and now all of a sudden I'm not
it's
your good
changed
friend.
now,
It's
yeah?
like, 'cause
Yeah, Bovril is elite. I don't care what anybody says.
It's a decent drink. It's a
It's
decent
a
drink.
decent drink. Listen, let's get into what we have coming up this week. What do we have?
Right, Content Corner is chock full, really.
Yeah.
Even if with an international break, there's so much more that we're just going to be talking about on our channels. We need to keep our supporters engaged, keep them ticking along. Everyone wants to be thinking about Arsenal during the international break because you're thinking, 2 weeks to go, big North London derby to come. We've got obviously a wrap up of the weekend that's going out on our channels at the moment. So really, really good stuff. We've got a really good thing called the Creators Club here at Arsenal, where we showcase some of the best photographers that we have in amongst
brilliant.
our supporter fan base, and we do that across the men's and the women's. And we have Kai Bonasco, who's got her shots from the Arsenal women's
brilliant.
game against Chelsea, shot from the stands, shot around the ground, all like the best moments. Lots of like family feels, like with the energy that we had at Emirates Stadium on Saturday. Packed out 56,000 supporters, really singing the team along. Some of these people aren't actually photographers by day, like they do it as their passion project, and come here and actually give them a voice to do something. So, Content Corner, Creators Club, it's all about the alliteration that we have here on our channels. And then from the men's perspective, we've got a few new things that we've got coming out on our channels over the course of the next few weeks. We've got Riccardo Calafiori, Leandro Trossard, both doing their firsts at Arsenal. So it's a really small series where we get to know the players a bit more. I don't know, when we do new signings that we have here at Arsenal, we have quick fire questions where you see us, walking around the stadium or walking around show, but that's normally me or the other side of the camera walking backwards, not trying not to fall over, asking the questions. But with first, it's a bit more like, my first club, my first, love, my first vacation, that was that sort of stuff. It's just really nice things, just to, quick fire stuff that keeps the players engaged and keeps them on their toes. And that sort of stuff's going to be coming out on our channels.
Do you remember your first vacation?
My first vacation,
Yeah.
wow. It would have been some seaside town in Britain, I imagine.
Oh, brilliant. What about you?
Mine was Madrid, but I don't remember anything because I was like 2.
I think my first one was Ghana. I went Ghana when I was like 14. It's the first time I ever went to Ghana. Plane ride was hectic, mate. I'm just not good at fly anyway. Going to go see my mum's old village.
Yeah, in Ghana. Whereabouts in Ghana is this?
So it's a village off Kumasi called Ninting. So it's basically maybe like a half an hour drive. It's in between Kumasi and Mampong. It's right in the middle. Yeah.
How often do you go back to Ghana?
You know what? I hadn't been back for a long time. The last time I went was 2012, and then I recently went back last year, December for the first time.
I'm just smelling a feature
different.
here.
Yeah.
With Frim in Ghana.
Frim back
That's
to
what I'm
Ghana.
thinking. Yeah, follow you back
I
to
might
Ghana.
need to shout
Away
out
day diary
Emmanuel
over there.
Frimpong.
Away day
I
diaries
think
in
he's
Ghana.
over there. So I'm going to have to shout out Emmanuel, see what he's
Talking
saying.
about Emmanuel, you did a Coney Cobble with him once,
Yes,
didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
that was
pretty
good.
cool.
That was really good. You know what was good about that is that I remember we were driving around and we got to a part where we were driving past the training ground, and then he was like at the time I was kind of new. I didn't know what I could do and what I couldn't do. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to drive into the if I was allowed to drive.
Last time you do it.
Yeah. So, and then I remember he stopped and he goes, oh, can we just quickly just go in and so I can just have a look? And I was like, all right, cool. We'll just be quick. And I remember I turned to the right and we just at the front and we just sat there for maybe 5 minutes. And I remember him just sat there. He's like, oh man, I miss this, man. I really want. I can't. I just all the memories are just coming back to me of when I used to walk in here and start to train and all that stuff, and that was quite a nice moment.
Yeah, I think
just to be there.
Yeah, a lot of the ex-players have that, don't they? When they go back, because some of them don't go back at all.
Yeah,
until a few years later, and then they're like, oh yeah, all the emotions that they have every time.
Yeah.
They walk in and stuff.
I think that annoyed me about that day as well, because again, I didn't know wasn't sure what I could do and what I couldn't do. I think we were driving and Jack Wilshere, he was actually coaching the under 18s, and then we drove past, and then I just drove past. I didn't even think about it, and then we left. I mean, Emmanuel left, and then I saw Jack, and I was like, oh, Emmanuel from Brooklyn was here. He goes, Was he? I was like, yeah.
That was a midfield partnership.
I was like, he said, was it? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, why don't you bring him over? I was like, bro, he was in training. Like, I didn't know I could just bring him over like that. He goes, oh, you should have brought him over. And then so jokes, he went up to Per and he's like, hey, you know, Emmanuel was here. Per was like, oh, really? Like, everyone was like, oh, I wish we were able to see him. So I felt bad.
Yeah, those two were in the youth team together. Emmanuel and Jack, like, grew up throughout, like, you know, the Hale End years as well.
I remember him, I think Emmanuel was saying, like, Jack would do all the nice stuff and I'll just smash people.
It was his mind of it.
I just smash people. Is there any other stuff that's coming up this week?
Yeah, we've got one final thing that we got going out on our channels, and it's another Let's Talk About. So we've got Eb's one coming out this week, and then we've got one with Ben White in a couple of weeks as well, where he's going to be talking about his dogs, his love of dogs, and everything in between it as well. So that'd be a really cool one.
Cool.
Nice little feature. You know, give a bit of context, not just about the football side that we have with our players, their personalities and their loves as well. So yeah, that'd be a pretty interesting little topic, I think.
Noni is one of those players we hope to see again soon. He had such a great start, didn't he, to his Arsenal career, and cut down by injury. But you spoke to him. What was he chatting about?
Yeah, man. Listen, he was just talking about his great start. You know, he was loving the love that he was getting from the supporters as well. And he also, you know, got a little closer to Martin Odegaard because they kind of had a similar injury. Them two kind of got quite close.
Oh, they've been spending some time together.
They said that they're quite similar in personality, so it was quite interesting to see that he's making other friendships.
Yeah, that's what I guess. When they're injured, it's still not completely wasted time because they're using that time to obviously do the rehab, but also get behind the scenes and settle into a new club as well.
Yeah, man, that's what we like to see. But we have got a little teaser from that interview.
Is this another exclusive?
Yes,
we love an exclusive.
I'm just bringing them out. Bang, bang, bang.
What's the first few months been like for you in terms of like settling in with the team, with the supporters, just that everything that comes with coming to a new club?
Well, the team's been great. Of course, we're flying, but it's not just a team full of great and talented players. It's a team full of good people, and I think the culture around here is probably the best I've seen. And in terms of the supporters. It was a bit dicey at the start, no?
Listen, you proved yourself. You showed them, innit?
It was a bit dicey at the start, like on social media and stuff. Before I came to the club, but bro, when I've been in the stadium, like I haven't felt like fans. I haven't felt that close to fans, to be honest. Like in the stadium, obviously I play on the side of the pitch, so I can hear them like literally throughout the game. Like pushing me on whenever I get the ball, I hear them, you know. So, like, God willing, that continues, man, because it gives me a big boost. Like, I always love playing at the Emirates. Like, I always looking forward to the next game where I'm back at the Emirates, you know. So, the fans have been amazing, and I really appreciate how they handled everything. So, top.
Yeah, Noni really appreciating the supporters, and hopefully we see him soon.
Yeah, that looks good. When can we see the full thing then, Jan?
They're going to see it ahead of the Tottenham game, Tottenham Hotspur North London Derby on the 23rd of November. And you can watch that live on our channels. We've got it on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Arsenal.com. We have our matchday show called Live from N5, which always starts 60 minutes before kickoff on Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup games, and also 75 minutes before for Champions League games.
He's the man for the T's and C's, isn't he?
Love that. Nice one, Jan. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much for having me.
It wasn't just the men that were in some late drama on the weekend. The women, of course, had a big game against Chelsea, and we had 55,000 supporters in the stadium. Emma, you was there. How was that?
I was there. It was a spicy one. I think, it's our biggest crowd for close to a season, and the atmosphere was honestly incredible. We had a brand new tifo that was unveiled on the East Stand. There's a little story behind that you'll see on our channels in the next couple of weeks. The crowd were amazing. We put the ball in the net 3 times, but it ends 1-1.
Is there any person that you spoke to after the game?
Yeah, so we spoke to a lot of the girls coming off the pitch, and you could see the fire in their belly after that. They weren't done, and I think that's going to be exactly the energy they want to bring into the next week, because we've got massive games still coming up. So spoke to Kim, who was obviously not in the squad, but she was so proud of the team. She said they played fantastically. I think we all agreed that we deserved more that day, but on to the next.
And then the big games keep coming. Champions League, we know all about that. We've got a title to defend there, and we in Germany this week, in Munich.
Yes,
and you'll be with the team?
I will be, so we'll be flying out the day before, settling in, and then it's 5:45 kickoff UK time on Wednesday. We're playing Bayern Munich, and yes, we've got quite a history with that club.
Yeah, man.
Across men and women. Yes. But yes, Renee is undefeated against Bayern Munich. Obviously, she's only played one game against them, but it was a pretty.
Hey, we take them.
Yeah, we'll take them.
That counts.
Oh, really? So you've been to Germany before?
I've been with the team. I think this will be my third time with the team. So we played them in 2022 at the Allianz. It was a close 1-0 loss, but then we come back and it's an unforgettable game at the Emirates. Frieda's absolute screamer. The rain is pouring.
Do you know
down.
how many times I've edited that goal into like a hype reel or something? that goal was absolutely incredible.
Get the Frieda goal. We need to feel hype. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really?
So remind us, remind us about the format for the Champions League this year, 'cause it's different, isn't it, to last year, and it's a bit closer now to the men's side.
Similar to the men's side, it's, all teams in one league, essentially. You'll only play one opposition once, so we'll only play Bayern once. And then it's the top 4 teams in that go through straight away to the quarterfinals. But then for the rest of them, it's either a playoff or you're straight out. So it's a bit more brutal than it was last time.
Something on every game. This is our third game so far.
Yes, exactly. So opening game against Lyon is always a tough one.
Yeah.
We didn't come out
I
victors
feel like the
that
fixtures
time.
are quite difficult.
Yeah, they are. And obviously, you don't get a lot harder than Bayern, but they also lost 7-1 to Barcelona in the opening game of the Champions League. So a lot. So if you do the maths,
We're expecting a big win on Wednesday.
I'm absolutely not saying that. But so then after Bayern, we've got Twente, we've got Leuven, and we've also got Real Madrid very soon.
Yeah, and then back to the league action as well, because no internationals for the women this week. That was last week, wasn't it? So tell us about the game coming up after Bayern.
Yes, it's going to be a sort of 1-2 with the men's. We've got a North London derby away to Spurs on Sunday. So it's going to be a very spicy couple of weeks.
Yeah. Is it different preparing for a North London derby in terms of any other game that you play? Because obviously the content has to kind of be different.
Yeah, it's really interesting. On the women's side, I would say historically our biggest rivals have been Chelsea, and it's interesting because obviously we inherit as a club the same rivalry. Obviously, it's your turf, like it's North London. But I would say that generally our energy, the London derby feels like a North London derby, and then you've got that extra weight we've seen in the WSL over the past few seasons. It's got a lot tighter. It's not just a case of, obviously Chelsea have won it a few times, but like the teams, it's really tight. When you play even a newly promoted side, you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. So, all in service of good competition, I think.
Yeah, a lot coming up.
A lot
to look forward to. Could be a very big week. Could be a good week for the women's team.
Yeah, I believe.
Lovely. Thank you, Emma, for giving us all that information. Absolutely smashed it.
Thanks, guys.
It's a quiet week here for the men with the international break, but it doesn't mean that everything stops.
Noni will be around, and all the injured players will be still doing their rehab, and the youth players and the non-international. So yeah, you're right, it doesn't stop. I think there'll be 2 or 3 days off in the next couple of weeks for the men's first team, because basically this is the last chance. When we come back from this international break, it is full on. It's games
go
every few days up until into the new year and beyond. So this is the last little break that those players who aren't playing internationals would get. But as you say, there's still be lots going on. Training for the youth team, and
we've got a big game here.
There's a game here. That's right. Brazil versus Senegal. Brazil, this is like a second home for them, so it's good that Big Gabby doesn't have to go too far to play his games.
I know, right? Doesn't have to travel, man. It means he'd be rested for the North London derby. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, so there'll be a big crowd here, I imagine, for that one, and they get to train as well. So that's also going to be happening at Sobha, because the Brazil national team will be training. I think they'll have one session at Emirates Stadium and a few sessions probably at Sobha as well. And if it's anything like what happened before, it might be an opportunity for some of our young players to get involved.
In what capacity?
Because I think it was, we didn't play, Brazil played Italy.
Okay, yeah.
Back in 2008, 2009, something like that. And Dunga was a manager of Brazil. They had a few injuries at the time, and he basically said to Arsenal, look, I need a few players here to make up the numbers in training.
Okay.
And so they turned to our youth team, and it was the likes of your mate Emmanuel Frimpong.
Yeah, come on.
Benik Afobe, do you remember Benik
Yeah,
Afobe?
of course I do. Yeah,
young striker.
Yeah.
I think he was 16 at the time.
Wow.
A defender called Danny Boateng, would you remember him?
Yeah, you know what? He went to my school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to my school. I mean, we did guess the Arsenal player.
Oh, that's right. He was on that.
He was
wasn't
on it. I'm embarrassed because I didn't recognise him.
get it.
Yeah, but then he was years younger than
Yeah.
me. Like, come on, man.
So there were those three guys that joined in. So I think the Brazil squad at the time had Ronaldinho, Gilberto Silva, Gilberto.
okay.
So for those guys at 15, 16 to suddenly say, yeah, you're not training with the youth team today, go and train with the Brazil national team.
They must be so gassed.
Yeah, unbelievable. There's photos of Benik with Ronaldinho, and I think he scored a couple of goals as well because we spoke to him afterwards. This is back in the days when we used to have a monthly magazine. I remember speaking to him, and they were like, yeah, didn't expect that when I came in for work today.
Imagine.
Who knows, maybe even this year some of the youth team players might get their chance to train with the Brazil national team if there's a few injuries.
I love that. You know what? I might sit in the stands this year. I haven't sat in the stands actually this year for a while.
Yeah,
So I
come
might
down. I've been to one of these internationals. It's a good vibe. It's a good atmosphere. And yeah, still a few tickets available if anyone wants them. Saturday, 4:00.
Oh, brilliant. Right, so that has been the dispatch for this week, and it has been quite eventful, man.
There's a lot going on, as we say. Never stops, does it, on the dispatch?
Never stops, and we're going to be here once again next week. So if you are interested in seeing what we get up to behind the scenes at Arsenal, make sure you subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to see the full episodes, head over to YouTube, Arsenal official YouTube, or arsenal.com, where you can see full episodes. I've been Frimmy. This is the beautiful Josh James, and we shall see you next week.
Thanks, Frimmy.